Yerbae plant-based energy in classic lemonade. Plant-based energy, classic lemonade, 160 milligrams caffeine, 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. We've got our nutrition facts. Say 100% committed to zero. So 0 calories, 10 milligrams of sodium. Is that supposed to be zero as well? I don't know. 0 grams total sugars, 0 grams of protein. And there's the ingredients: carbonated water, citric acid, natural flavors, proprietary blend of yerba mate, white tea, caffeine. Then the stevia leaf extract, which is a low calorie, or in this case, 0 calorie sweetener alternative to sugar. It's one of the quote unquote healthier, newer ones. And then sea salt. You can see it's made in Scottsdale, Arizona. And they've got some marketing material on the side here. It says, what does classic lemonade energy feel like? It's like life gave you lemons, but you turned them into the most delicious lemonade packed with energy and no sugar. Okay. And there's some little icons here. Keto friendly, non-GMO, gluten free. And they say 160 milligrams caffeine equals around 2 cups of coffee. I think that's probably good. There is a bit of a very slight yellow from what I can tell. Look to it. Yeah. So I can see the carbonation, but it's small bubbles. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it does have a lemony smell. It's not super strong, although there is no fruit juice in here. So, whatever naturally flavored means. Anyways, actually, let me try it from the can first, just in case. Yeah, there's a good amount of carbonation. All right. Again, this is the Yerbae Classic Lemonade. Let's try it out. Yeah, I noticed the stevia has a distinct flavor. There's some sourness, but it's not super strong. And then I taste the stevia, which adds a unusual bitterness to the drink. But actually, it could also be the Yerbae or the Yerba mate. Yeah, the Yerba mate and white tea. So not the white tea, but the Yerba mate might have. I'm not super familiar with the flavor of it. It might be part of the reason that it's bitter. I don't mind the flavor and the sweetness, obviously just from the stevia. It's very different than any sort of regular sugar taste. Yeah. The flavor in general isn't super strong, which is fine. Depends on personal preference. Hmm. Not sure how I feel about this one. I do have somewhat of an aftertaste in my mouth from it. Like I said, I don't know if it's the stevia or the yerba mate. Yeah, the Yerba mate. Yerbamate. Let's try from the can again. Actually, I think it's nicer from the can because the added carbonation that's still in there kind of levels out some of the flavors a little bit. But you could, of course, have it in a glass with ice if you like that. Although obviously you lose a lot of carbonation. Hmm. So I think this one is going to be very personal preference on the flavor profile. If you're okay with stevia and you know what stevia tastes like, then just consider, it's totally sweetened with stevia. So it's just going to have part of that stevia flavor to it. Other than that, I wouldn't say that it really tastes like lemonade. It does have some sourness, but it doesn't strongly remind me of lemonade. Yeah. I think it's fine, but I do think this will be a personal preference thing. The ingredients seem decent. It's very simple. It's just the carbonated water, citric acid, natural flavors, and then the yerba mate and white tea, stevia, a little bit of sea salt. 160 milligrams caffeine. That's a pretty sizable amount, but not overboard. So I'd say that's reasonable. Overall, I would probably consider drinking it again, but the flavor and just the whole concept of it isn't something that I'm like amazingly hyped for, but I think it's okay. So that's the Yerbae plant-based energy and classic lemonade.